All right, everybody, welcome to Frightmare HQ Post Snowpocalypse Edition.
Yes. Boom. New and improved Snowpocalypse.
Charles, did you survive the snowpocalypse?
I did, but my little toes were cold.
It was very cold. It was very cold. That was one of the craziest things I've ever seen in Texas, by the way. I mean,
they're like power's off, and they're like, ain't got none.
Ain't got none. Sorry, y'all.
What happened to all the power? Man, we were watching Battlefield Earth, and we blew up all the power. We used it all.
I think that was worse than the lockdowns during the pandemic. What do you think?
That was a lot worse. It's like It's 3 degrees. You don't have any power for like 2 days.
It was ridiculous, man.
I'm like, I got to act out all these movies myself, and I'm not that good of an actor, so I act all these out myself in front of the mirror, entertaining myself.
Yeah.
I'm like, Donna,
no power, no internet, no nothing.
We're gonna need a bigger boat, Charles. Yes, we are, Donna. Here I come.
Oh my goodness. Well, it was crazy. It was crazy. Well, we
are, Donna.
We have a lot of people here.
Jesus.
Go ahead.
I don't even know what we're doing anymore.
I don't either. So before we get to this, let's recap a little bit. We didn't do a show last week. Is that the only week that we were scheduled to do a show, or the only show that we were scheduled to do that we didn't do because of the storm? Or
yes, okay. That was the only one. We missed the last 2 weeks because we had the event that I was out.
Yes.
And then we missed last week because apparently Jack Frost came in, screwed everybody in a tub or something. I don't know. It was horrible.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So
we're here.
We've only missed one show, but we are back, everybody. We're glad to be back. Are you glad to be back, Charles?
Mint slip.
That's how I feel.
Mint slip.
Are
you glad to be back, buddy?
I am glad to be back. I missed everybody. I'm very sad when we don't do these.
Yes.
And I have to cry in the corner by myself.
I know, right?
Woo! But I'm happy to be back.
There's something to make everybody happy. A little celebration.
Whoop! 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 Make it rain, trick. Woo! Make it rain, trick.
To break tradition a little bit, we usually say hello to our YouTube viewers first. I don't know why I got in that habit, but I feel bad. So this time I am going to say hello to our Twitch viewers first, Charles. How about that? Whoa.
Okay.
So
excuse me.
Let's say hello to JD Smith, DigiArtist.
Hey, JD.
Baby Blue TX23.
Baby Blue.
And Mr. 80s. What's up, Mr. 80s?
80s.
Meredith's here. Howdy.
Meredith.
And Meredith just subscribed for her 10th month in a row.
What?
At a level tier 1.
We've been doing this for 10 months now?
I know. Isn't
Why?
that crazy?
No. All right, that's it. We're done.
Why?
Yes, I am Udo Kier.
Oh, there's Udo Kier.
Hello. I am Udo Kier, very famous Hollywood actor. Yes.
Let's flip over to YouTube, and we'll just kind of go through these quickly. We got Eduardo Gonzalez, Todd Lewis, Travis Brown.
Travis.
I'm scrolling. David Dugas.
Oh, Dugas.
Stephen Burt,
making it hurt.
Charles
Love you,
Anderson.
Charles Anderson. I know that, Charles.
JRE is here. What is up?
What's up, JRE? JRE is in the house. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Ali Tappa, Chrissy Gilliland, Todd Jara. And there's T West. What is up, everybody?
T West.
Jeanette Nolan is there, too. I don't know if I'm skipping anybody or not. I am sorry if I skipped you. It's just, there's a lot of letters on the screen, everybody. Be patient with me.
There's a lot of words, and we don't read very well.
Yeah, a lot of words and letters and stuff. But
why we watch movies? We don't know about reading. Come on.
That's right. So let me officially welcome everyone back to Frightmare HQ. We're super
here.
glad to have you. Super glad to have you. And we're glad
We
to
are
be
glad.
back.
I'm happy. Very happy. And for that, we'll just end the show now because we're so happy. Let's just say.
Boom. Kolchak is here. Neil McElhaney's here. I'm seeing more and more people joining. So, Charles, what do you think? Should we jump right into this one?
Hell yeah, man. It's a year that they made movies. Let's do it. 2000.
Let's do it. This is the year in horror 2005, and we're going to kick that off with this one. Three backpackers stranded in the Australian outback are plunged inside a hellish nightmare of insufferable torture by a sadistic, psychopathic local. First premiering January 2005 at the Sundance Film Festival, it is the Australian horror film Wolf Creek, written, co-produced, and directed by Greg McLean.
Oh, and what clean man he was making this fantastic.
Right. Is this
a horror movie?
Is this like a Australian poster?
Yeah, this is a poster that I don't know where the hell it's from, but it looked really cool.
It does look cool.
I thought it was either Wolf Creek or it was Forrest Gump, one of the two. But I was like,
Run,
it looks
Forrest,
pretty damn
run.
good to me. He's gonna get you.
Hey,
Hurry,
Richie
Forrest.
Rich 407 has followed us. Thank you, Richie Rich, for the follow on Twitch. We appreciate that.
Richie Rich.
We're talking about Wolf Creek. Wolf Creek is a really, really good movie. It had several sequels, as well as an Australian TV series that I think you can watch on Netflix or something right now. I'm not real sure, but it's a great series, Charles. Do you like Wolf Creek?
I like Wolf Creek. I think it's a lot of fun. It's really effective. It's one of those horror road trip films that I always like. You know, it can be a little slow at times, a little bit, but overall, I do like it a lot. It's equal parts horror, thriller, crime movie. What's the guy's name who plays it? John Jarrett who plays Mick.
Yeah,
that guy's crazy.
Yeah, he does that character very well.
He does that character way too good. I'm like, you've been doing this before, haven't you? You got like 12 people in your basement.
You enjoy doing this, don't you?
I do. Quite good. Yeah, I mean, Greg McLean, and this is pretty much what Greg McLean was known for. He did Wolf Creek 2. And I know he did a few years ago, he did a really good movie called The Belko Experiment. That's a pretty good one.
That is a good movie. But, I didn't know he directed that, though. I don't know how that got past me, but
because we're getting old, man. We can't remember everything.
Dude. Getting old
freaking sucks. But yeah, I mean, I think at the time, I think this movie was a lot better than a lot of the stuff that was coming out, which we'll cover too for this year. But
yeah,
really like it. It was actually shot in Wolf Creek, Australia. So there you go.
It's somewhat based on a true story. I can't remember the name of the guy, but there was a guy in the Australian outback that was killing people. So that's kind of an interesting tidbit.
Yeah, that was Ivan Milat, right? He was
that sounds right.
Yeah, he was kidnapping backpackers in Australia and murdering them.
Yeah.
They're like, well, he sounds like this is going to make a good movie. Let's take this.
Yeah. All right. But they were right. It is a good movie. Yeah. It's a great flick. I like the whole series. I think I watched 1 or 2 episodes of the series too, the actual TV series. And
yeah, Greg directed a few of those too on the
he?
TV series. Yeah,
it was pretty good. From what I saw, I didn't finish the whole thing, but I enjoyed what I saw.
You know, you're not fully clean unless you're Greg McLean. That's what I always say.
That's right.
Mr. McLean.
Mr. McLean to you, sir.
That
and
is
I hope
right.
you like it. I hope you like it.
But we are starting off the list with 2 pretty strong films from 2005, and I do want to point out to everybody that this was the year that I was planning the very first Texas Frightmare weekend. So
it was, Lloyd.
Yeah, a lot of these movies bring back memories of planning Frightmare 2006. So it's pretty cool.
So we're getting to be We need to be close to our normal time period here.
I know.
We're getting close. We're getting closer and closer.
I was thinking
catching
that
up
the
with
other
us.
day. It seems like it's impending doom or something coming for us.
But it's coming. 2020. 2020, the year of horror, is going to be a hilarious episode.
Yeah.
We're going to be like, well, there was 4 movies that came out. They were,
And you can't really
pretty
say
good.
anything bad about them because at least they came out.
At least they came out. You'll be like, well, it was a movie.
Yeah,
I watched it. It was okay.
it's all right.
It's all right.
2020. Thanks.
If you guys want Wolf Creek, this has never been released on Blu-ray, which is surprising. The DVD is like $5 if you want Wolf Creek. It's streaming on Amazon for $3. That's it. So you got a DVD for $5, or you can stream it for $3. Take your pick. That's
There
it.
you go. That's it.
I wonder why this one hasn't been released on Blu-ray though. It'd be a really cool release.
I don't know. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. It should be probably because it's a foreign film. You know how that
Well,
goes.
screw them. Let's release it ourselves.
There you
Just
go.
Bring it out.
But
They'll be like, do you have licensing rights to our film? No. Hell no.
no.
You're just too slow.
Okay, we're sorry. We'll stop.
We'll stop. All right, guys, I'm going to jump on to another really good one that is here. Now, all right. A caving expedition goes horribly wrong, has the explorers become trapped, and ultimately pursued by a strange breed of predators. What could it be, Lloyd?
Oh, underground guys.
Underground tickle monsters is what it's called.
Okay.
They're going to tickle the shit out of you.
We're gonna scare
It's so ticklish. This is going to be my whole line of children's-based horror films.
Yeah.
Kirby the Tickle Monster. I'm
Tickle
coming
the
for
hell
you.
out of you.
We're going to tickle the heck out of you.
We're gonna scare the hell.
Okay, so anyway, back to what I was talking about. This movie first premiered March 11th, 2005 at the Brussels International Fantastic Film Festival. It's a British adventure horror film called The Descent,
Oh.
directed by the one and only Neil Marshall.
Awesome. Descent. Let's play the trailer to The Descent.
Let's descend into the trailer, Lloyd.
Okay, so this is an R-rated film. This isn't an.
Yeah.
This is a Green Band trailer, so it should be appropriate for all audiences.
Maybe. Maybe not.
We're going the right way. I've never been lost in my life.
Okay, let's go to the cave. Okay. Going to the cave. Climb down the cave. Nobody's gonna steal my Jonas today.
Did you write that one yourself?
I did. It took me about a year, but it's good. Give or take. Give or take 6 months.
Calm down.
I really like this movie a lot, Charles.
This movie is awesome.
Yeah.
This movie is absolutely terrifying, and I love Neil Marshall, like I've said before.
These scenes in
Yeah.
the cave where they get stuck and they're having a hard time getting through, or just
So claustrophobic. It's like, oh,
God.
stop.
You can hardly sit through it.
Like one of those you're watching and you can feel yourself just like, oh, stop. Oh, it's getting, stop it.
Yeah.
And you like feel for the characters of this because like literally there's like no like escape. Like they don't know where to go. They don't know what to do. It's just horrible.
Yeah. And then the ending, the original ending. I don't know. I guess are we gonna talk about the original ending?
Yeah. Let's talk about it. Go ahead.
Well,
Well, I mean, if you guys know not even that. The ending of this in the U.S. and the U.K. differ, right?
yes.
Yeah.
The UK is the one that I'm talking about, and I think it's a superior ending.
The UK one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one is. Yeah, that one's a lot better. That one is.
I'm just
That
worried
was-
about spoilers
I don't want to spoil it. Let's
I don't
not
either.
do that. But
because the two endings are vastly different. Right?
yeah, yeah, and I'll tell you the UK ending, the other one Lloyd's talking about, which I think is on. You can see both of them on there, but that one is just so like gut-wrenchingly horrible. Just like, oh Jesus,
Yeah.
it's just so bad.
It is, but it's still a better ending. Anyway,
Oh, it's a way better ending. They said it was apparently too dark for the U.S. audiences. Like we couldn't
Well-
handle it. They were like, "Whoa, whoa, this is too much for America, guys."
well, I think the
Cut
U.S. ending
the
is
shit
way
back.
too wimpy. That's what I think. So it's wimpy. Yeah, I said it. Wimpy.
Well, I'm going to
Todd
tell you
Lewis
that.
said, I heard this wasn't that great.
Oh,
No.
you're full of shit, Todd Lewis.
It's fantastic, Todd.
This is one of the best movies out of that damn whole decade. The Descent. The Descent. So you feel so bad. And I
Yeah.
can tell you, I remember watching this when it came out, and didn't know about the alternate ending. Like it was long. It's not really alternate ending. It's a longer ending.
Mhm.
And I felt like the ending was like, oh man, kind of a letdown. You started hearing about it in the UK. It was different, and it's like, what
Yeah.
the hell?
And it gets confusing, too, depending on where it was released and so on and so forth.
Yeah. Oh God. But that ending makes this movie like way better, and it's already really good. You know?
Yeah. No, this movie is probably one of the best movies on this list from 2005. And I got to say that it's probably way up there. It should be way up there on a lot of people's best of horror, period.
I mean, I'll agree with you. This is on my top of this whole decade we're doing. This movie is.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic film. Man, the creatures in it are just so they're so well done because they're almost
Yeah.
simplistic, but it makes them feel real. You know,
Yeah.
you're just like, oh Lord, what is going on in this movie?
There's
it'll
just
get
so
you.
much, and you'll be clenching your butthole the whole time you watch this movie.
You'll be clenching your butthole like me and Lloyd are staring at you through your window, like, hey.
Yeah,
Hey.
it's pretty bad. It as far as tension goes, there's a lot of tension in this film, but
This movie is like very gripping, and like as you watch it, like Lloyd said, it's almost hard to get through the whole movie because you just keep like, oh,
yeah.
it just gets you. You're like, God.
And I want to
Especially
say
if
that I
you're-
saw this in a theater, so there was like no moving through the whole film. It was like a straight, beginning to end. You had to experience the whole thing. You couldn't pause it or anything.
Yeah, you have to sit through it. Yeah, so I'd recommend if you guys haven't seen this, really go and check this one out. Neil Marshall's a good director who's kind of faded away to TV land a little bit, but the Blu-ray of this is only $10 on Amazon, and it's on Hoopla if you want to watch it on Hoopla, which we talked about.
Yeah.
And you can rent this thing like everywhere for $4 when I looked. Like every service has this, but I'd buy the Blu-ray because it's good.
Yeah. I recommend that. The $10 for the Blu-ray. You can't go wrong.
Man, $10. I mean, I pay $10 sometimes for a hamburger because I like hamburgers. Do you like
That's
hamburgers,
right.
Lloyd?
Charles, I can't believe the luck of the draw got me this film.
This is your favorite. Lloyd made me put this next one on the list, guys. Don't listen to him. Go ahead, Lloyd. Talk about your third favorite movie of all time.
Okay. Newlyweds are terrorized by demon.
All right, that's it. We're done. Next movie. Next movie.
It's this piece of shit, y'all. It's this POS.
Movie.
I'm not even gonna read this shit, man. Oh my god, I hate this movie.
It's this damn movie. The Amityville horror remake with Deadpool.
With what?
With Deadpool in it.
Oh yeah.
There he is.
I know we're
Oh,
laughing at
God.
it, y'all, but you've got to realize that we're of an older generation.
Yeah.
We saw the
This is-
original, and the original's pretty damn awesome, and I
This
don't
is
know.
not even good, though.
I don't even know why they made this movie. I'm sorry.
Because they like money. They just want money, Lloyd. That's all they
It's
want
all
is
about money.
And this was this damn movie. This damn movie's not even filmed on the East Coast. It was filmed in Chicago. That's as far away from.
I didn't
that's
know
as
that,
far away
Charles.
from
Don't
it.
tell me that.
Yeah, it was filmed in Chicago. It's like you don't even get to the suburbs. You're just.
Somebody said, Baby Blue says, is this the one with Kim Coates in it? I don't think Kim Coates is in this. It's
I don't think so.
It's got Chloe Grace Moretz, Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, Chloe Grace. It's got a good
George.
cast.
It does.
It's got
yeah.
a good cast.
Yeah, a really good cast. But
Yeah.
it's not a good movie.
It's not a good movie.
I mean, really, I don't mind remakes when they're good, but this just wasn't good.
Hey, if it makes you feel better, Lloyd, this movie was so appealing that it made 10 times its budget at the box office.
What? What did it really? Was it a big box office success? Okay. I don't
For some
remember.
reason, it was.
For some reason, I don't remember that being a big deal. I just
made a lot of money for some reason. People were like, Amityville horror, that sounds like a new and original idea. Let's go see this.
Well, recently we've had some with,
I can't.
with what is it, the recent movies that have not the Lutzes, but the people who are investigating. Yeah, the Conjuring movies. We've had some.
Well,
those are good.
Those are good.
Yeah, those are good. I'm just saying that's a way to about Amityville, and you know what I'm saying, and not screw up the whole thing.
I feel like this Amityville remake would have been better if it was like a cartoon and rated G. Oh, it's a ghost!
It would have been nice if Ryan Reynolds would have broken the third wall and he's like in Deadpool and hey guys,
he's like,
I know this horror movie sucks.
Do you guys like ghosts? Because I sure don't.
Okay, sorry guys.
Well,
we have to mention bad ones on the list because that is what defines a year in horror, is the bad movies and the good movies. So we do have to mention this movie.
Let me tell you guys, this isn't the worst one of the year on the list.
No, it's not.
There's one a lot worse coming up.
There is. But look at that poster, man.
He's a stud. Look at him. He's looking at you like, ooh, I'm going to eat her panties. And she's like, no, not my panties, that boy.
He's got his beard on, his George Lutz beard.
Like this?
Yeah.
Like this? He's like, I'm Amityville horror.
I'm going to be a bad guy in this movie.
Bad guy. I got my shooting gun right here. Pew! 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 I'm Amityville George Lutz.
Yeah,
guys. I just made a better Amityville horror remake.
Mr. 80 said Hit Girl from Kick-Ass is in it. I didn't know that. It doesn't help.
Yeah.
It doesn't help the situation.
It doesn't help. You're just like, you just feel sorry for everybody in this movie.
Yeah.
Because you can see that they're like, it's like trying to pick up diarrhea on the floor. You know you're not going to be able to get it, but you're really trying to get it. It's just not going anywhere.
Yeah. I don't know.
Move on.
The movie. Well, let's see if we can make some sort of serious critical analysis of Amityville horror.
Okay, I can do that.
All right. You start then. You've got something ready to go.
I don't have anything.
Oh, you don't have anything ready to go. Okay, so I guess a serious critical analysis is not going to be possible.
Let me tell you, this is a terrible and unnecessary remake. This is something that is, it's boring for one. The movie itself is very boring. It tries to be scary. The script is not good whatsoever. The acting it's not good. The acting is like horrible. And all it is Ryan Reynolds with his shirt off going, I've got an axe, baby.
I'm going to chop some wood.
I'm going to chop some wood with my big old man muscles.
Well, look.
Regardless. What do you want me to say?
It's
the only horrifying thing about this movie is the fact that it exists. I mean, it's not. It's a tired formula. It's just failed. It fails miserably. There's nothing good about this.
Yeah.
Nothing good about this. Avoid it. This movie, I feel like after this movie came out, it's such a disgrace to America as a filmmaking community that they should have apologized for remaking this movie. They should have been like, look, guys, we tried. It didn't work. I'm very sorry. That's all I want. But you know why they didn't do that? Because there's a much worse one coming up.
That is right. That is right.
Much worse. Let's move on.
Let's move on.
Oh.
We're not going to a worst one. We're going to a pretty good one, I think.
We're going to a fun one here.
Yes.
All right, guys. The living dead have taken over the world, and the last humans live in a walled city to protect themselves. As they come to grips. Ooh, they're coming to grips, Lloyd.
They're gripping
You know
it.
what that means? They're gripping it. They come to grips with the situation. This was released June 24th, 2005. It's the post-apocalyptic zombie film, A Land of the Dead, written and directed by Mr. George A. Romero. This is the fourth Romero, the fourth of the Romero's 6 Living Dead movies that he made, and it was actually a co-production between Canada, France, and the United States. Land of the Dead.
All right, they have we have a trailer here, and it's actually a really cool trailer that you pulled, Charles. So,
I like this trailer.
yeah, me too.
Let's do it. What we got?
All right.
In the beginning.
The unburied dead are coming back to life, seeking human victims. We don't know how many of them there are.
So, and this, the whole premise, the whole ideal, I mean, everything you're seeing on this from Land of the Dead was originally in George's longer day script. This basically whole idea and concept.
Ah, okay.
So that's where this came from. We all know his original script for Day of the Dead was a lot longer, a lot more epic, and this was kind of built into that Day of the Dead script.
You know, I didn't know that, Charles.
I'm here to talk
You're
about
doing it for
Romero.
me.
I like Romero, you know.
I love him.
And moving toward the city.
But that is not something that I knew. I'd always wondered, and I never read that Day of the Dead script because, well, I never read it, but I always heard that it was legendary. You know, that was like it was a great script. You know.
Yep. And Romero really wanted to film this in Pittsburgh. Like he wanted to so bad. But it was ultimately filmed in Toronto because of the tax incentives. It was literally like it saved him so much money to film in Toronto. That's kind of sad. That's what's happened to a lot of America now. You know, we've lost a lot of our amazing film locations because like nobody films in Texas anymore because it costs too much money. Texas don't want you here to film.
Yeah.
They're like, get out of here, Hollywood. They're like, Texas is like, oh, you from MGM Studios? Well, it's going to be $700 million to film in Texas.
Yeah.
Woo.
Which is
Ain't no
ridiculous.
joke.
But,
it is ridiculous.
But I did go to see Land of the Dead in the theater when this first came out. There was no way I was going to miss seeing a Romero flick in a theater. So I ran to the theater and I saw that. Lots of great performances in this movie.
Dennis Hopper, man.
Dennis Hopper has to be number one on the list of great performances.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the list. Let's see. Oh, John Leguizamo. I liked him in this movie a lot.
I liked him too. He's a great actor.
Mm-hmm.
I always liked him at Tu Wong Fu.
Yeah. Asia Argento was good in this movie as well.
She was in this. She was good.
Mm-hmm. And then you
Robert
even had
Robert Joy. Robert Joy's really good in this.
Robert Joy is fantastic in this.
Yeah, he's so good.
Phil Fondacaro, who's a Frightmare favorite. There's just so many. I'm looking at this list. Holy moly. There's just so many. Of course, Savini comes back and does a machete zombie cameo type thing, which was really cool.
Yeah, I'm with you. When this came out, I waited and we went to, back then in 2005, you could see the new movies at 12:01 a.m. if you wait up Thursday night. And that's when we went and saw this. And I was so excited because I've always loved Romero.
Yeah,
he's a special man to me. It was it got some negative reviews from critics and stuff, but I liked the movie. I felt like it was a fun Romero movie. It felt really in with tones of his other ones. It's
yes,
it's a little more fun than I guess Day was. Day's just sad, but Day's just a sad movie. This one's kind of on the lines of like Dawn, like when you're having a lot of fun,
Yeah, yeah. Well,
And
go ahead.
what'd you say? What'd you say to me?
I said, go ahead, Charlie.
No, this was like the most expensive film Romero ever made because this was $20 million to make this movie. That's a lot of money.
Yeah. But
And
I think it did okay, didn't it, at the box office?
Yeah, it actually did really well. It was one of his most profitable films ever. And it took a lot of people to get this made. You know, like we said, it was 3 countries, and I think it was like 6 different companies to raise the money to make this. Because, you know, that's one of the things I always said is, you know, said about Romero. He's such a great filmmaker. I feel like he should have been able to make whatever the hell he wanted. You know, like he had to go to like all these companies to get his money raised to make a zombie movie. I'm like, come on.
Right.
But don't forget, they also made a video game for this, Lloyd. Land of the Dead.
Yeah.
The Road to Fiddler's Green.
I never played that game. Was it any good?
I didn't like it. No. It made me sad, but I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
You're God. Yeah, no, but this is a fun movie. It really is. It was I mean, of course, it's not as good as his other movies. You know, it's not day or night or dawn, but
Right.
it wasn't gonna be. I think he just had fun with it, you know?
But you know, I liked it better than the later ones. You know, Diary of the Dead, and you know, what was the other one? I can't remember what it was, but I definitely liked this one. It seemed a lot, like you said earlier, a lot closer in tone to his earlier zombie films.
Yeah. A lot closer in tone, and you know, it's such a great cast that it's it's hard to knock it. You know, I felt it was good for what it was. Now I feel like it's something that could have been longer because it's only like 90 minutes long. It's really short. When his other movies are like 3-4 hours long, like there's no long cut of this movie. This is it. So
yeah,
it's what we got.
Yeah, but it's definitely worth the time if you're a Romero fan. This is definitely worth your time. This film is. So
yeah, I mean it's a fun movie. It's very creative. There's some really creative zombies in this. You know, it's fun to see this world when you see the zombies have been there a lot longer and they're starting to decay. And the script's pretty smart. It's very political and it's very relevant to even our times now.
Yes,
it's super relevant to our times now because you know Romero always made the movie behind the movie. You know, there was always something he was talking about. This movie is
strong social commentary, right?
Strong social commentary, and Dennis Hopper even said that he based the character he played on Donald Rumsfeld. So it's
I can see that now. Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
It's Donald Rumsfeld to a T, and yeah, I like this one. And there's a cameo from the guys from Shaun of the Dead too, which is cool.
Yes, I think it's Simon Pegg hanging, right? Whatever that was, where they were doing the duels and the fighting and stuff, and
the paintball stuff. Yeah,
yeah. Really cool stuff, man.
Really cool stuff. And it's out there on. There's a Shout Factory Blu-ray out of this. It's really good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's $20.
I'm not buying it.
Fuck it. We don't need it. Screw that movie.
I think I have a Blu-ray of it. It might be the Shout Factory then, if it was never put out on Blu-ray before.
No, it was. There's actually there's like a $7 regular Blu-ray. But look, guys, any of those Blu-rays that were brought out like between 2007 and 2010, they're just DVDs that are just cranked up. That's all. Yeah, that's all. But you know, this is a fun one. The only place you can stream it is Peacock with ads. I don't have Peacock, Lloyd. Do you have Peacock?
No, sir, I do not. Ugh, sorry, I'm yawning. No, I don't.
Can I see your Peacock?
I do not.
Mint slip.
I do not have Peacock.
You don't have Peacock?
Mint slip.
Peacock. Do it again.
Mint slip.
Peacock.
Okay.
Peacock.
So the Land of the Dead, I do not have Peacock. Sorry, guys. If you want to get Peacock, you can get Peacock. I'm not getting Peacock.
If you guys want to get it peacocked, call us directly at 1-900-FRIGHTMARE.
Boom.
That's right. 1-9-FRIGHTMARE, and you can get peacocked.
Nice. Okay, moving on. So the next one. Are you done talking about Land of the Dead?
I don't give a shit anymore. Let's just move on.
Okay. All right, the next one. We've got another winner.
We got a winner, guys.
The next one up. A murderous backwoods family takes to the road
shit.
to escape a vengeful sheriff who is not afraid of being as ruthless as his target. I'm waiting to see if anybody guesses this.
It's very ruthless, guys. Ruthless.
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 Ah, somebody got it. J.D. Smith.
What's the matter, Lloyd? Don't you like clowns?
Don't you like clowns?
Aren't we funny?
All right. Released July 22nd, 2005.
Yeah.
It's the American black comedy sadistic horror film, The Devil's Rejects, written, produced, and directed by Rob Zombie. I'll be damned. This movie was a big deal.
This movie tickle your pickle there, Lloyd?
That's right. This was a big deal.
Did
No,
it make
this
you,
was this is
did
a
it make you fan?
fantastic movie. This is probably, I would say, this is probably Rob Zombie's best work.
This,
What do you think?
by far, is Rob Zombie's. Maybe. I have some strong positive feelings on Halloween too that I'll
Yeah.
get to when we get there.
When we
But,
get to that, okay, that's 07. I think.
I like. Let me tell you this. I like everything about Devil's Rejects, with one exception: the end of the movie. That
Why?
stupid song. That stupid song at the
Really?
end of the movie.
That bothers
The
you?
most overplayed, stupidest song. It just ruined the movie.
I don't know. I think
Frightmare.
I don't know, man. I admit that song is super overplayed, but it did work. It did work really well at the end of that movie.
No, it didn't. It didn't.
Oh, what else would you have played at the end of this movie then, Charles?
Oh, I would have played Rick Ashley. Never gonna hurt you.
Yeah, that would have been bad.
I don't know what I would have played.
I don't know,
think
Charles.
actually-
I
let me
think
tell you this.
I think that's
Imagine
one
this.
of Rob Zombie's big strengths is picking, the right music for his flicks.
Maybe.
As bad as Halloween 2, as bad as I thought Halloween 2 was, that's my personal opinion.
That's not going on the list ever.
All
I'm
the
only
all
talking
of the music in that movie was perfect.
The music was perfect in it.
The music was
And-
perfect.
The music is perfect in the first Halloween too. That music's great.
Yep.
This is pretty good until the end. I'm like, nope.
Well,
I'm not freebirding this shit. I'm not. I think I'm gonna make my own version, and I'm gonna put in something better. I'm gonna
Yeah.
do that. All right. I don't even know what it's gonna be. It might be Michael Jackson singing Ben. I don't even know. It'll be something.
well,
We'll figure it out.
everybody, please note that Lloyd liked Freebird at the end of Devil's Rejects, and Charles did not.
I don't like
there.
Freebird.
Now we're going to put that behind us, and we're going to talk about the Devil's Rejects, Charles. The movie.
All right. Well, this movie is so much fun. Let's say that. That's it. Yeah. Tutti fucking
Tutti
fruity.
fucking fruity.
This movie, this is Sid Haig at his best in this
Are
movie.
you a
He is
chicken fucker?
Just that scene with him and PJ and the kid. He's like, "What's the matter? Don't you like clowns?
Don't
Aren't
we
we
make
fucking
you
funny?"
laugh? Aren't we
Oh,
fucking
man.
funny?
It's so great.
It
It's
is
so
great.
Oh my god.
You got to admit, I don't know, even having to admit it, this is a fantastic movie. It's an homage to every movie that we love as horror fans and Grindhouse fans, right?
Oh yeah. This is every fantastic 70s exploitation and 70s road horror movie rolled into one.
Yes.
It is so great with the perfect cast of just so many nods and people that jump in, you know?
Absolutely. There's nothing original about this movie.
There is nothing original. This is not original.
There is nothing original. We've seen all of this before,
This
but
is-
it's just a celebration of all those movies. Is what I
Yeah.
think. And that's
It's
what
so
I think House of a
savage.
Thousand Corpses was too. But this movie,
House of Thousand Corpses is great. I'll say I like House of Thousand Corpses a lot. What I think one thing that helped House of Thousand Corpses is how cheaper, I guess you could say, it looked, because it was shot on a weird mixture of cameras and that sort of low budget feel. But he did that on purpose. You know, he's mocking these different styles, not really mocking them, but like emulating them. You know, this time period.
right?
This movie is beautifully shot, though. This movie is it's great.
Yeah.
You know, the location they filmed at was dressed perfectly. The set design in this was so great. Matched it really well to the time period. And the guy who was the cinematographer on this, the guy who did all the great shots of the desert and everything, he didn't do a whole lot, but the stuff he did was always good. Like I know he did 4 Rooms that Quentin Tarantino made. He shot that. He even shot like the old Led Zeppelin movie. Remember Song Remains the Same?
Oh
That-
yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it seems if you watch Song Remains the Same, some of those shots are very similar to what he uses in this. But love this movie.
Yeah, it's
Love
great.
It. Love it.
And it has,
Do
like
it.
you said, you mentioned earlier, the fantastic cast.
Oh my God,
top to
so many
bottom,
people.
Horror icons, grindhouse film icons, 70s film icons, 80s film icons everywhere you look. And then some new people, you know, some newer people. I mean, we had like who am I thinking of? Brian Posehn is one of
Oh
them.
yeah, Brian Posehn is in there. Yep.
And Dave Sheridan.
Diamond Dallas Page.
Diamond Dallas Page, yeah. Danny Trejo, Lou Temple.
Yeah, Temple.
And then everybody's talking about William Forsythe. We can't
Oh my
overlook.
God, Williams Forsythe.
He
He's so
is
great in this.
fantastic in this movie. And he's fantastic in real life. We know this because we've had Forsythe a couple of times at Texas Frightmare Weekend.
He's so great. He's so great as Sheriff Wydell. To me, he's really playing a homage to Dennis Hopper in TCM2, that whole revenge thing. It feels just like that to me, but it's
Yeah.
so good though. He's doing so well.
Yeah. We had Priscilla Barnes in this movie. I mean, it just goes on and on.
The one person we were missing
Ginger
was
Lynn.
Karen Black. We were missing her in this
We were
movie.
missing Karen. I don't know why she didn't come back. Do you? Was she working on something else, or did
No, she wanted a lot of money, and they refused to pay her.
they were like, no, that's okay?
Apparently, she wanted like 8 times her salary for House of Thousand Corpses, and they were like, "No."
Wow.
It's like, no. She's like, "Don't you know who I am?"
Yeah.
I'd be like, "Shit, it's Karen Black." All right, here you go.
Yeah.
That's why Charles doesn't run movies. I'd be like, "Oh, Karen Black wants $80 million. I don't give a shit here. Come on, Karen."
And then there was like Kane Hodder, had an uncredited scene in this. He was one of the officers with the gas mask at the very beginning of the movie when they raid the house.
Yeah, and isn't Tyler Main in this too? As an uncredited character?
Well, I'm seeing him here as Rufus Firefly.
He was one of the guys at the beginning, wasn't he?
I think it was the house raid scene.
Yeah, the house raid.
And
I don't care.
And, you know, Rob used to put in some crazy, you know, we talked about all the names he put in, but a lot of times those scenes would end up on the cutting room floor. A lot of times in a lot of his movies.
Because a lot of people would just show up and they'd be like, "Hey, you want to be in Halloween? All right.
Yeah.
Okay, go in there, look at the camera and go, ooh, boogie, boogie. Okay.
Halloween. You're in.
Boogie, boogie, Halloween. All right, you're in the movie. Cut it, wrap it. You're in the movie.
Let's see.
But it's so great, though. I mean, like I said, when you see E.G. Dailies and she pops up, PJ Souls pops up, Michael Berryman, you know?
Yeah. So
And
we got a trailer. Let's play
you
that.
got a trailer. All right. You can do whatever you
We
want.
just
You're
played
an
it
adult.
ahead, didn't we?
Play it again if I did. Who cares? We're adults. We can do whatever we want.
They killed randomly.
They killed Ray. They look at
And
you.
here to do the
Okay.
devil's work. They hunt ruthlessly.
Hurt me.
You're gonna start to kill him. This started right here. On July 22nd, get ready for one hell of a ride. The Devil's Rejects. A Rob Zombie film.
Written and directed by Rob Zombie.
There you go. The Devil's Rejects. What else can we say about this one, Charles?
This was also Matthew McRory's final film. The giant deformed character in it. Man, he was 7'6" tall. He was a huge guy.
He was.
He was Tiny Firefly. This is his last role though, and he passed away about a month or two after this was released. And it's a guy I would have always liked to have met. You know, I can't imagine, you know, being as tall as that. That guy is a beast. You know,
Yeah.
like good lord. But doesn't have to say anything. He's just so great embodying that character of Tiny. You know.
Well, I remember all of that because we were offered Matt McGrory as a guest for our very first show, and he passed away before the show. But we did have Sid and Bill there, which was pretty amazing for a first-year show to have Sid and Bill at your show. That was a pretty big deal. So, cool memories, very good memories.
Yep. I think one thing that's interesting, which is different than the first one, is most of the blood and everything in this is all CGI. Everything in here is.
Is it?
Zombie didn't use practical effects in this movie. It was kind of a weird, but he said it was due to the time constraints of filming this and having to do a lot of stuff. They didn't want to have to deal with a lot of blood and trying to redo blood and stuff like that. So they did most of it in post-production to CGI. So that was the only kind of downside to it. But, you know, we like practical effects where we can have it. But it's also, I mean, super well known that it had to be submitted like 10 times to the MPAA before they could get an R rating.
Yeah.
He just kept trimming shit away. And he only trimmed like a couple of minutes, though, I think it was. It was in like 2 or 3 minutes. But I don't know. You know how they are.
Yeah, I don't know. But the movie was great. Very, very enjoyable. And look, there's a Blu-ray, right? Rob Zombie. Yeah, the Rob Zombie trilogy.
Yeah.
I've heard some things about that it's not so great, but that Blu-ray, or is it?
Well, I mean, it's $10 for all 3 movies. And those are basically just the same ones you're going to get if you buy them individually.
Oh,
They're
okay.
not that good, though. They're not that good. I've said that before. House of Thousand Corpses has never had its 35 millimeter master scanned. So this is like, it literally looks like a VHS that went to a DVD that went to a Blu-ray. That's what it looks like. I mean, it's not that good.
But
It's
the
anything but
best you're
Devil's
gonna get.
Reject. It's the best you're gonna get, and these are like all of Zombies movies. They don't doesn't seem to have an interest in like restoring them or bringing them back to like out. He's just like, yeah, whatever. So,
Well,
but I'd say for $10, I mean, for $10 to get all 3 movies, you know, including 3 from Hell, which we could talk about way down the road.
Yeah,
But-
yeah. Let's don't bring that up right now.
Let's not bring that up here, guys. Let's not start this conversation again, Lloyd. Last time we didn't make it very far. Here, I need to calm down for a second. Hold on.
Oh, yes, I am Udo Kier, famous Hollywood actor.
Okay, good.
Okay, you're all good.
So better. Woo.
Okay, I'm glad you have this next one.
That's a fun one.
Do you remember this one?
I remember this one.
I don't
Hospice
mind
nurse.
this movie so much. I really don't.
I don't mind this movie either.
Yeah.
A hospice nurse working at a spooky New Orleans plantation home finds herself entangled. These are a lot of big words today, guys. Entangled in a mystery involving the house's dark past. First released in the UK and Spain, July 29, 2005. It's an American supernatural horror film, The Skeleton Key, directed by Lane Softly and starring Kate Hudson, John Hurt, and Peter Sarsgaard. And yes, it was released in the UK and Spain, in like 9 other countries before the US finally got it for some reason. I don't know why.
I don't either. But I do remember it's been years and years ago since I've seen this movie. But I remember liking it.
You remember liking this one, Lloyd?
Yeah, what about you, Charles?
Actually, I do like this movie. It's it has a fairly inventive story in it. We've seen a couple of tricks like this movie in the past, but this one is actually really well done. And a lot of movies that kind of follow the Skeleton Keys formula, I won't mention them by name, but there are some like White Noise and Darkness Falls, those kind of movies that don't do very well using this kind of thing. And it's definitely feels like an old gothic horror type film,
Yeah, I agree with you. It's set in New Orleans.
New Orleans,
which is cool. It's a great place to set a horror film at. Lots of beautiful sets there and scenery. But yeah, this is a good movie. I really did enjoy this film. But it's been so long since I've seen it.
Has it?
It really has.
Yeah, it's a good one to go back and rewatch. It's definitely best the first time, but even going back and kind of knowing what's coming, you can appreciate the character development in it, because the character development in this movie is so good. It has John Hurt in it. John Hurt is John Hurt. It doesn't matter what he does,
right.
But this is it's really, like I said before, it's really well written though. I mean, it's really well put together. It's shot beautifully, like you said. Beautiful location.
Absolutely. This is funny. Trivia. We just got talking about how it's shot beautifully. The swamp behind the Devereaux house was created with CGI effects.
Yep.
The actual house used in this movie, Felicity Plantation, is situated inland in St. James Parish and is surrounded by farmland. Blah, 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 and a bunch of other stuff. Yeah, so
that's
cool.
That's pretty cool CGI. It doesn't seem like it too much. That's really cool.
Well, that's the way to use CGI, right?
Yeah, I know a lot of this was filmed, like exteriors. I know everything inside was shot in LA on studios, but I don't know. It's really fun. It's really fun, and I'm generally not the biggest fan of what's her name in the movie? Kate Hudson.
Yes, Kate Hudson.
Yeah, Kate Hudson. I'm generally not the biggest fan of her, but she's pretty clever in this. She's really good, and I don't know, I enjoyed watching it. The basics of it is pretty. It seems pretty basic to start, but the story does build and it does grow on you, and it's very spooky atmosphere and just a nice, good old fashioned ghost story.
Yeah. Like American Gothic type,
Like American Gothic, one of those old Gothic horror movies.
There you go. Well, cool. Where can we watch this one, Charles?
There's a $10 Blu-ray out on Amazon, and you could rent it for $4 on Amazon. That's it. That is it, guys. That is it.
All right. We are up to film number 7. I know I'm going to let you take over fully on this one because I've never seen this.
Well, do this. Read it, and then just play the clip I gave you, because I gave you a clip. And then we'll talk about it.
Here we go. A documentary filmmaker explores seemingly unrelated paranormal incidents connected by the legend of an ancient demon called the Kagutaba. Released in Japan August 20th, 2005. Yeah.
The Kagutaba.
It is the Japanese found footage horror film Noroi? The Curse, directed by Koji Shiraishi.
Whew. Let's see what we got here, guys.
We're the Ungirls.
We're the Ungirls. Can you start calling me the Ungirl?
The Ungirl?
Let me tell you guys, this movie is, of course, coming out of the era of Blair Witch Project, right? We know that. This movie is severely underrated a lot of times, and it is really, really well made.
Yeah.
It's actually very original. The story itself is very original. It may sound real cheesy. The synopsis may sound kind of dumb and cheesy, but man, the acting in it is so good. The acting makes you feel like you're actually watching this video footage of these people. And there's some weird shit that happens in this movie that's not in this trailer. A lot of weird stuff happens. The plot's super interesting, I'll tell you that. It'll keep you guessing a lot about where things are going.
Okay. I've heard of this one. I've heard it's good. Never seen it. Is it a found footage film?
Sure.
Sort of.
It uses sort of found footage type elements. Let's say that. All right.
Gotcha.
The majority of it is presented as if it was like, I guess, like found footage. It almost makes up like a documentary. I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain. It really is. It's good though. Let me give you that. It's a good watch.
Okay.
I'll say it's very, like I said, very well written. Very, very well written. It's pretty unsettling. There's a lot of things in this movie that make you probably want to go back and watch it. It feels a little more sinister than Blair Witch, to be honest with you. It feels like a little more, like there's a lot more going on that you don't know or understand, you know? It's not being left open to you. And there's a lot of huge fans of this movie, especially if you like J-horror. This one is almost up there with like Ringu. Like it's actually that good. This one is. And I definitely recommend everybody watching it. You can watch this on Shudder. It's the only place you can actually watch this is on Shudder. It's never been released on DVD or Blu-ray in the US. There's no physical media of this movie anywhere. You got to go Shudder. You got to do Shudder.
Well, I've got Shudder, so I'll put that right on my list, and that'll be a watch, an upcoming watch. It looks good, and like you said, or like I said earlier, I've always heard good things about this one. Like it's right up there with some of the better Japanese horror films.
Yeah, it really is. I'll tell you, if you are a J-horror fan, you should love this movie because, you know, around this time, a lot of the J-horror was getting recycled. It was stuff that we'd already seen, and they were just throwing it out. And this still managed to be original and fun.
Fantastic. All right. So
do it.
You can watch this on Shudder. It's called How do you pronounce it again?
Noroi.
Noroi. So N-O. I'm sorry, Noroi. The Curse.
Yes. 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 You have to watch The Curse. Do it. That's all I got. But it's creepy, guys. I highly recommend this one. Really do.
Perfect. The next one up, I have never seen this one either, and it's probably because I felt like it was going to be another, I don't know.
There's some mixed bags on this one.
Okay.
Let's go with that.
All right.
I'm going to argue some good parts for it and some bad parts. All right. Let's go though. Let me see here. All right. Bloodthirsty creatures await a pack of divers who become trapped in an underwater cave network. This sounds kind of familiar to what we were talking about before.
That's why I never saw it, because it seemed like it was just kind of more, let's make cave movies now.
Let's make a cave movie. This was released August 25th, 2005. It's the American action horror film, The Cave. It's called The Cave because why not? Directed by Bruce Hunt. So, because The Descent was already taken. It's going to call it The Cave.
It looks like you're all right as long as you're not in the water around that big jawed monster thing.
You're like, that's it.
Stay out of the water. You'll be all right. Now, that's why I didn't see it, because The Descent came out. And seems like what always happens when a movie is very, very popular and makes a lot of money. A bunch of studios pile on and try to make similar films. And that's what this seemed like to me. Am I right or wrong in that?
It does. Now, this was not made to be a ripoff of The Descent. They were made about the same time. They were made differently. And I think it had the unfortunateness of coming out around that same time, you know? But one thing about this movie is it is severely held back by the PG-13 rating it has. This movie's rated PG-13. I feel like it could have been a lot better if they would have pushed the boundaries a little bit more like The Descent did. It seems like a really good idea that was then squeezed to make room for teenagers to watch.
Right.
That makes sense. Now, I'll say it's still very claustrophobic. There's still a lot of fun scenes that go on here. It does feel kind of like, not even calling it a ripoff of The Descent, but it kind of feels like a recycled version of Pitch Black almost. If that makes, if you can understand that, it kind of feels like that. Which, Cole Hauser was also in Pitch Black, so that doesn't really help anything, So
You were supposed to say it was bad so that I didn't have to watch this, but now I feel like I need to watch it. I really do.
I'm telling you, it's not bad and it's not good. It's one of those fun movies that you could just throw on like Saturday or Thursday night when you don't want to do anything,
Right.
And you can watch it. It would have been good. Like I said, I think it's held back by the PG-13 rating, and I think it would have made it more atmospheric and more scary if it wouldn't have tried to be a creature feature. Like if they didn't try so much to have these monsters out a lot and just made it more like in the dark and creepy. That probably would have helped it a lot more. I think that's the way you could have gone with this movie. That would have been able to keep a PG-13 rating, but also still make it scary, was if you hid a lot of what was going on from the audience. It just made it, not where you could see it. Because that always kind of drives that fear of claustrophobia and darkness,
Mm-hmm. Knucklebones just posted, and he said, I remember seeing this. It was pretty decent. So that's what I've always got out of this movie. Everybody says, it's pretty decent. You ought to see it.
Yeah.
So
pretty decent.
I was
That's
hoping that I didn't have to watch this one, but it looks like I'm going to have to.
Yeah, and well, surprisingly, a lot of people actually want this movie. It's on Roku with ads. That's the one place you can watch it, is the Roku channel. It's not a good copy though. This has never been released on Blu-ray, which is sad. I would like to rewatch it, but the DVD is like $25 or $30 if you want the right version, because this is back in the day when they sold DVDs as full screen and widescreen for some reason. I don't know why, but there are two versions.
That was a weird time. I think that was that transition where some people were like, wait a minute, why is my TV got bars on the top and the bottom? That ain't right.
That was like VHS. People did that. They're like, what do you mean the original aspect ratio of what the director intended?
I want full screen. I want it to fill up my screen.
Big screen. I still hear people say that with their TVs. Now, I got a flat panel. Why come I still got bars?
Yeah.
I'm like, because people make things, guys. Come on.
In different aspect ratios, yeah.
I like you guys. Come on. Everybody watch the original aspect ratio.
Yeah.
I'm like holding back a coffee. I'm like, hold on.
Well, that's the other thing is, like you said, it's a PG-13 movie, so I can see that really holding a movie back like this. I can see that.
Yeah. That's why I said it would have been better if they'd tried to not make it a creature feature and just make it creepy, Make a creepy movie.
Right.
But it's decent. It's decent. If you wanna pop it on Roku, watch it free with ads, or if you feel like paying $29, you can get a widescreen Blu-ray. But if you want the full screen Blu-ray, you can get that one for full screen DVD, not Blu-ray, excuse me. If you want the full screen DVD, that's like $5. So nobody wants that one. They're like,
not
full
anymore.
Screen. Not anymore. People have been like, no, I think we need
the widescreen. All right, so Roku channel with ads, $2.99 on Amazon, or you can buy whatever version you want. Just be careful, right?
Just be careful. Yeah, I'd recommend just kind of. I don't know. I'm kind of hoping this one does come out on Blu-ray. This would be a fun one for like Shout Factory to do, Scream Factory.
Right.
One of their nice releases. Todd Lewis says the poster looks like a ripoff of Tremors poster. I could see that too.
Yeah, I see that as
Looks very similar. Ali mentioned they marketed the movie wrong. Yeah, they did kind of market it wrong. There's a lot of things they did wrong with this, and I don't know. I'd say watch it if you can get a hold of it. I would say spend $30 on a DVD for the movie.
Yeah,
but
no.
Look around for it. You may run across like a used copy on eBay or something.
I think Roku channel would be fine, and you can get that, and doesn't cost you nothing.
Doesn't cost you nothing, but you do have ads, which Charles doesn't like ads. I don't like being told to buy new refresherized deodorant.
New pressurized deodorant.
Fresherize yourself with our pressurized deodorant that now smells like koalas and papayas.
Now back to The Cave.
Now back to The Cave, starring Cole Hauser on tonight's movie.
That's right. Okay,
Oh, Lord.
next up, number 9 on the list. This one is mine,
Oh.
Charles.
Man, this is you.
This is me.
All right, this is a movie.
This is a movie. A lawyer takes on a negligent homicide case involving a priest
Negligent.
who performed an exorcism on a young girl. Released September 9th, 2005. It is the American supernatural horror film The Exorcism of Emily Rose, directed by Scott Derrickson.
Uh-huh.
The Exorcism of Emily Rose was definitely something that got Jennifer Carpenter a lot of attention. A whole lot of attention. I don't know how far in her career this came, but I don't know. I thought this movie was boring, though. What about you,
yeah.
Charles?
So this movie was... This movie's a little difficult. This was very early. This was very early in her career. This is actually one of the things that got her the role on Dexter, which came on like a year after so this.
Mm-hmm.
And this movie is kind of surprising me how highly rated this movie is. It's really highly rated.
Very highly rated.
Now, I'll say it does have some things wrong with it, but if you get past a lot of the courtroom drama, it does some pretty fun supernatural scenes, you know?
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's one of those that it's hit or miss, because I can see where people would say, wow, this was a lot of fun, very engaging. If you're somebody who I think loves courtroom drama, I guess you could say, like I was just saying, if you like courtroom drama movies that are a little bit of darkness to them, then I think you'll probably really enjoy this. But if you're one of those people that hate those like drawn out like case type movies, you're gonna just hate this. You're gonna be like, oh my god, shoot me.
Right.
Like, come on.
And plus, Exorcism has, just like Amityville Horror earlier in the year,
God.
I think, we're just a little worn out on exorcism movies.
Yeah. I like some of the psychological aspects of the movie. There's I don't know, they're doing a good job like portraying a lot of psychological disorders and trying to attain them to like exorcisms and things that could be wrong. That's kind of fun to see. It's got a decent message to it, but like you said, it could be a little slow. I mean, for some people, I'm telling you, if you love courtroom movies or even like watching like unsolved mysteries or something, you're probably gonna like this movie. You're gonna be like, let's rock and roll.
It's kind of like the Halloween episode of Perry Mason.
Yeah, there you go. Where were you on the night of October 31st, 1978, Michael? I was at my sister's.
I was doing exorcisms.
I was doing exorcisms. Yeah, it's actually pretty well directed. This director had came off making Hellraiser Inferno about 5 years beforehand, Scott.
Poor guy.
And then he got a big chance in 2008 to remake The Day the Earth Stood Still. That was not good. So bad.
Is that the one with Keanu?
Yeah.
And Kathy Bates
and yeah. And then oddly enough, about 8 years later, somehow he wrote and directed Doctor Strange, which was a really good movie. The Marvel movie. So,
yeah.
Who knows?
There you go.
Who knows what happens to you? But I'll say, there are parts of this that are a lot of fun. It's for certain type of people, though. I'm one of the people who can tell you that it is also a PG-13 movie, so it's not what it could have been.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell you that I didn't mind watching it the first time, but I'll never go back and rewatch it. There's no rewatchability to this. There's nothing that's going to say, oh, I'm going to go back and check out The Exorcism of Emily Rose and look at all the hidden things and all the beautiful shots and the cinematography. Oh yes, no, it's not gonna happen to you.
Not
You're
gonna
gonna be like,
happen. Yeah.
you're gonna be like, well, it was the only thing that was on TV. I watched. It was all right. I'm never gonna watch it again.
There
That's
you
kind of
go.
what'll happen to you. So boom.
Well, the next one is yours, and it's a good one.
Oh man. Three backpackers head to a city that promises to meet their hedonistic expectations. That's what we do here at this show, guys. We meet your hedonistic expectations. Mhm. They have no idea of the hell that awaits them or the boogans. This actually first premiered September 17th, 2005 at the Toronto International Film Festival. It's the American shocksploitation splatter film Hostel, written and directed by Eli Roth. Sometimes miscredited as a 2006 release. It is not. 2005 release. That's when it first premiered. That's when it came out. And this movie took everybody by storm when this movie came out. Everybody had to see Hostel, you know?
Yes.
Did you see Hostel? It's probably a new genre that was made. I'm like, nope, it's been made before.
Yeah.
Are you sure? It was so amazing. They did all this crazy stuff to people. Yeah, Rob, they did it before.
Yep. I'm telling you.
I'm telling you, they've done
Nothing new under the sun.
Nothing new. Are you sure? Because man, did you see that scene? Because nobody's ever done that before. I'm like, yeah.
But you know, it is a really, really, really well done movie, and it is another homage. You know, just like we were talking about earlier, this is a movie that's a big homage to a lot of old grindhouse horror movies. So that's what it is, right?
Oh, that's what it is. And I've kind of said before that I'm not the biggest Eli Roth fan. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that the first Hostel it's a movie. It's pretty good. Let's just say that. I enjoy it. I enjoy a lot of the scenes that are happening with a lot of the torture scenes. That's done very well.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of the movie, it seems very not well made, if that makes sense. Like
Hostel itself?
Well, Hostel itself, I mean, it's just that, like I'll say, the scenes, the graphic torture scenes, that kind of stuff is all really well done. The ideal's not that original, and most of the actors in it aren't that good either. That's what held me back in it. It's just kind of, but I get people like this. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. I actually once stayed right across the street. Like literally, I could see from my window where they filmed this. The hostel's actually there. That's a hostel if you want to stay at it. So go there and do it. And I didn't even realize I was staying there. It's in Prague. I didn't even realize I was there until I was like, this looks familiar. And then I was like, let me look something up. And I was like, oh shit, it's Hostel from Hostel.
Yeah.
It's not going over there.
Well, I saw this movie before it came out in a test screening with Eli Roth in attendance.
Did he test you?
And they were very, very aware that they were that they were putting out a torture porn movie. Because I think Saw, or one of the Saw movie, was it Saw 2, had just come out. But I remember them talking about Saw and how it was a big hit. And they were hoping that it was going to be, that would mean that Hostel was going to be a big hit as well. So they definitely knew what they had on their hands. They knew, that it fit in that same kind of subgenre. And it did really great. But then by the time Hostel 2 came out, I think people were done with that whole thing.
People were like, we don't care. They're like, we don't give a shit. Hostel made a lot of money, though. Hostel made a crap ton of money. It was super successful. Mm-hmm. People really wanted to see this. And word of mouth got out about this. Like, word of mouth was so heavy on this movie. Everybody wanted to see it. And it's very weird because it's one of those movies that seem to drive people in to watch it who don't normally watch these type of movies, which I thought was interesting that somehow this one did it.
Yeah.
And it somehow did. And everybody went and saw this. And at the time, like, to me, it felt like a lot of hardcore horror people weren't the ones seeing this when it first came out. It was people who don't normally watch these movies, which I thought was very weird. Like they were all just flocking to see this.
Yeah.
Maybe it was an easy date movie or something. I don't know. Girl, you better give me a kiss or they're gonna get you. Woo.
Well, we do have the trailer, so let's play that and talk about it a little bit.
Yeah, let's talk about this.
So this is a Red Band trailer.
Hello. It's red, guys, because it means it's dirty. Oh no, what's happening, Lloyd? I'm scared. Hold my hand, Lloyd. There is a place your sickest fantasies are possible, Lloyd. It's called Frightmare HQ Wonderland. All your debaucheries will come true.
Yeah. Pretty intense, brother. This movie was.
Scared. Torture. Punish. Kill. Dun, dun, dun.
Hostel.
Oh man,
I don't know.
what are we gonna do?
Tarantino's name, I didn't realize how all over that trailer Tarantino's name was. So that probably helped it a lot, too. Because, you know,
Yeah,
Tarantino sells, man.
I like that there is a cameo from Takeshi Miike
Yeah.
as a cameo in the movie.
Yeah. I like that.
I remember
too.
seeing.
thought that
I
was
remember
awesome.
seeing that, and I was like, "Is that him?" I was like, "What?
Yeah.
What's going on?" And yeah, no. I mean, there's stuff in it that's fun, but I did not like Hostel 2. I could put that out there. I did not like Hostel 2.
I watched that and wasn't that impressed with it, but I thought it was good. You know, I thought it was
Yeah.
it was a good movie, just as good as the first. You know, I don't know. In some ways, it might have been just a tad bit better, in my opinion. But nobody saw Hostel 2, I don't think. Especially
It
in
was
the
you,
theater.
Lloyd. It was just you. You were by yourself, like, hey guys,
Probably.
we're watching Hostel.
Probably.
I know Tarantino's name was all over that. I always heard that Tarantino talked Eli Roth into making this movie. Like Eli Roth wanted to make I don't know, he wanted him to make another horror movie. I don't know, he was like talked him into it somehow, something he had to do with it. So his name's all over. I don't know,
Right.
but
Or maybe he gave him the money for it.
yeah, I know that Slovakia wasn't very happy. The whole country wasn't when they made this movie.
I can imagine.
You know, even though it's hilarious because it's based in Slovakia, but it was filmed entirely in the Czech Republic, which is completely different. But Slovakia said it like, I don't know, they went and did this whole thing like Slovakia was like, you're gonna kill tourism for us from America.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know.
Well-
Sorry, Slovakia.
I think that happened with Kazakhstan with Borat as well. So, you know, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you on that. That sounds like a big problem.
Yeah, but definitely. I mean, I think, is anybody out there not seen Hostel? I'll be kind of surprised.
Yeah, I would be too. Let's see. I don't see anybody that's saying they haven't.
Let's see. Yeah. I don't think anybody has it. It's Hostel's out there, guys. You can get a Hostel 1 and 2 Blu-ray for $10 on Amazon. That's the best way to get it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's on Peacock again. I want to see your Peacock. Peacock, Lloyd.
On the Peacock. Okay, well.
Peacock.
So, there you go. That's Hostel. I think, what do you want to go to the next one? Because we've only got like 3 left.
Hostel. Sorry. I blacked out. What?
All right. Next up.
Let's do it. This is an interesting one.
All right. Trapped in a remote tavern, a group of strangers must band together to fight ravenous, flesh-eating monsters trying to break in. First premiering October 14th, 2005 at the Chicago International Film Festival. It's the American action horror comedy film Feast, directed by John Gulager. Charles, I saw this one in the theater. It was another test screening. And remember, I told you that I was starting to do the promoting for the convention and everything. So I got into a couple of test screenings, saw this movie.
Nice.
Was really impressed with Feast. I thought it was a fun movie. Wasn't this part of that Project Greenlight?
Yeah, the TV show at the time.
Mm-hmm. And this is what won Project Greenlight and got greenlit, right?
Yeah. This is what one Project Greenlight and got greenlit. It wasn't just a fancy name.
That's right.
Project Greenlight was that interesting show where they could get their film greenlit basically through You know, it gave first-time filmmakers a chance to get their movie released. That was kind of a fun show at the time. I think this is a really fun movie. Now, the premise, when I first heard this movie and thought this, I was like, I saw this movie when it was called From Dusk Till Dawn, because the premise sounds just like that, you know?
Yeah.
You're
it
like,
does
wait,
sound a lot like that.
This is the same movie. I saw this movie already. But no, it actually does kick butt. This is a great late night film. Nothing 100% new. This isn't groundbreaking or anything, but this is a great movie for what it was made on. It was made for it was made for like $3 million for Project Greenlight.
Yeah.
It absolutely bombed at the theaters though. Did not do well.
Didn't do well.
Didn't do well at all. Nobody went and saw this, but this became a lot more, I guess, widely passed around when it came out on DVD. I remember everybody was getting copies of this. They were all watching it.
Right.
So it definitely lived on in the home video market.
Yeah, and then it had 2 sequels, Feast 2, Sloppy Seconds, and Feast 3, The Happy Finish.
The Happy Finish, which are horrible titles, but they were all 3 directed by John Gulager, and he went on to do Piranha 3 Double D.
Yes.
So after that, it was all downhill. He did Children of the Corps Runaway a couple years ago, and I'm not...
Plot keywords on IMDb. I just was kind of scrolling through here. Plot keywords. Are you ready, Charles?
Let's do it.
Anal sex.
Yes.
Raped by monster.
Raped by monster, because that's what I do.
Forced oral sex.
Worst or okay. Like
then we've got,
where we going?
And then we get kind of normal. Grindhouse film, absurd violence.
Okay. So, I wonder if we could play around with these. Like, can we look for fairy tale that includes forced anal sex?
You can look that up if you want to. I'm not looking that up.
I'm gonna look it up, and I'm gonna make it if it doesn't exist. Look,
There you go.
Hope you're ready to star in it.
From executive producer Wes Craven, Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, and Chris Moore.
Because they're all on tack to Project Greenlight.
Yeah, exactly.
This is a trashy movie. It's one of those that's up there with. It's up there kind of with some of the other ones we've talked about, like The Cave. You know, it's kind of up there where it's fun, but it's not like amazing. You know, it's not like, oh my god, what's happening?
I think the approach was fine though. The way they approach it is definitely comedic. I remember at the beginning when they were introducing all the characters, they all kind of had a little background on them, and it was usually kind of written in a funny way. I thought that was fun.
Yeah,
that was a fun way to introduce characters in a film. So, yeah, I mean, like Charles said, there's nothing different about this movie, but nothing new about this movie, but it is presented differently, and I think that's why it's fun.
Yeah, that's why it's fun. It's presented pretty well. It's definitely perverted though. So I like your plot keywords.
Yeah,
there.
the plot keywords.
Hey.
Yeah.
If you're in the mood for forced oral and monsters, we've got a movie for you.
Monster rape.
If you're in the mood for monster rape on this cold Wednesday evening, I'm going to tell you about the movie that's going to help you not only get monster raped, it's going to help you with forced oral and anal. Here we go.
There you go. This has guests from previous Frightmares. John Gulager.
John Gulager, yeah,
was a guest. Yes, his wife Diane Goldner. As well as Jason.
John
Mewes.
was a cool guy too. John was a cool guy. I hung out with him during the show. He's a nice guy.
He was nice. Very nice.
Yeah.
And it's also got his dad, Clu Gulager, in it.
Yep.
The iconic Clu Gulager.
Yep.
So,
Clue guys from you know what it's from, Lloyd.
Yeah, and these were all guests at Texas Frightmare in the past. So pretty cool. What do we got next, Charles? Oh, wait a minute.
Oh,
we got to talk about where you can get this one, don't we? Or did we?
Yeah, where can you get it? Where can you get it?
Blu-ray, $7.99 on Amazon. Blu-ray, or
$7.99.
That's right. What a deal!
That's a big deal.
Or $3.99 rental on Apple TV. Is that the only place you can find it?
That's the only place you can find it is
Wow.
Apple TV.
Interesting.
That's it. Yep.
All right, Charles. I think we'll just end the show here before we get to this movie.
Oh my God, it's coming, guys. All right.
Do you want to read the whole thing?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm doing it.
All right, Charles.
I'm doing it. Hold on. A thick mist full of vengeful spirit haunts an island town, and its inhabitants try to learn their town's dark secrets in order to stop it. Released October 14th, 2005. It's the American supernatural piece of shit horror film, The Fog. Directed by Rupert Wainwright, a remake of John Carpenter's 1980 film with the same name. And it basically takes the fog that Carpenter made, takes shit on it, and throws it at your face and says, "Boo! You got fogged, you son of a
You
bitch.
got fogged.
You got
I
fogged."
love it, Charles. You got
And-
fogged.
And when I saw this movie in theaters, my whole time I was just...
Ew.
It's so bad. This is quite frankly one of the worst films that have ever been made in the history of film. I have seen a lot of movies.
You think so?
There's a lot of bad movies out there. This movie is probably one of the worst horror films that have ever been made in my entire life. This movie is horrible. This movie makes me sad to exist as a human being. It makes me question every single thought and process and every single thing I've done in my life that led up to this moment of having to watch The Fog. Like, where did I go wrong? Did it go all the way back when I was like 7? What steered me to this path of watching The Fog? I don't know, but it's bad.
It is
So
bad.
bad.
The Fog, I've never seen it, but all I've ever heard is that it is bad, and therefore I will never see this movie.
Don't ever watch this movie. If I can get you guys any life advice, it's never watched 2005's The Fog.
This is
Will.
Go ahead, keep going, Charles. Keep going.
You'll never forgive yourself. You'll leave this and you'll immediately want to castrate yourself. It's that bad. It's so bad that it's just bad.
It's just bad.
It's bland.
And it's PG-13.
boorish. It's PG-13. It's even the movie makes no sense. Like trying to figure out where it's supposed to be based at. This island makes no sense. Everything about this is super bad. And
The poster's kind of cool.
no, it's not. The poster's shit. All right, the poster's a piece of crap. I
Okay,
don't care.
we're getting rid of the poster. We're not showing that poster.
Don't ever show that
Anymore.
poster again. Here's my favorite review of The Fog. All right, this is a review that was made. This review was made by a super reviewer called Nawi, who said, much better than the original one. That's it.
Where did you read that at?
It's on Rotten Tomatoes. Much better than the original one.
The first review on IMDb says, "Don't bother wasting your time or money," and then it says, "Seriously, what the hell?" And that's the first review on IMDb. Go read it. I'm not going to read the whole thing.
Let me tell you something, okay? This movie, everything. If you wanted me to get serious about this movie, oh my god, it's horrible. This is so bad.
I don't know. I can't
the
say
special-
anything about it.
The special effects in it are laughable. The acting in it is laughable. All right, the score is laughable. The fact that they put it giant letters at the beginning, produced by John Carpenter, is atrocious. It's so bad. There's nothing scary about this movie. There's nothing good about this movie. There's nothing remotely good about this movie. There's nothing even remotely okay that I can say, you know what, maybe you can do that. No, I'm telling you, if you watch this movie, you're going to waste every second of your life that's dear to you. You're never going to forgive yourself.
Todd Lewis said, "I wonder what Carpenter thought of it.
Carpenter
Other
doesn't
than
care.
getting a check, of course." Carpenter doesn't give a shit. He just wants his check, man. That's all.
He wants his
thinks.
check. Carpenter's like, you want to remake The Fog? I like money. So
Yeah, I like money, so you got some of that to offer?
he's like, what do you want to come on and like help us like shape the script and the cast? He's like, no. It's just like money. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm just good with some money.
Yeah.
You're like, all right.
No, seriously,
very
guys, we're
bad.
not even joking.
I'm not joking.
We're
with
pretty
you.
sure that's what he said because
That's what he said.
Carpenter just doesn't care as long as he gets paid.
Carpenter doesn't give a shit unless he gets paid. It's the only movie he's ever really cared about that he's kind of tried to save was Escape from New York. That's why that one took so long to get remade, if it ever will get remade.
Yeah.
Other than that, he doesn't care about anything. He's like, I like to sing and I like money. That's John Carpenter. I just want to sing.
I want to
And
sing
count my
bad
money.
80s music.
I want to sing and I want to just throw money in the air like, bitch better have my fog.
There
Woo!
you go. All right, so the fog's bad. Charles doesn't like it, I think. If
Let me
I've
tell you
got that
guys.
correct, it seems like Charles may not like this movie. I don't know.
I don't like
we'll
this.
find out.
And let me tell you guys, this movie's never been released on Blu-ray. There's no reason for it to ever be released on Blu-ray. Nobody's ever released this. Nobody ever will. Nobody cares. If you want a DVD for some god-awful reason, you can get one for about 3 cents. Or they'll probably give you one for free if you call the studio. They're like, just take one.
Yeah.
Just please take one.
Hurry.
Just get out of here and take
You're
one.
wearing out, we've got warehouse
Now-
space we're wasting.
If you want to watch this, it's on Stars because I'm pretty sure Stars lost the deal of cards there. They're like, you have to get The Fog this week. They're like, no. It's yours. You're showing it. They're like, damn it. Fine.
Yeah.
All right, Lloyd.
Charles, we're not going to talk about the remake of The
The
Fog
Fog, guys, 2005.
anymore. We're done.
Makes me non-tingly.
Non-tingling. All right.
Non-tingly. Hold on, I got to calm down again. Hold on, Lloyd.
Yes, I am Udo Kier, famous Hollywood actor.
Okay. Thank you, Udo.
There you go. All right. The next movie. A detective and his team attempt to rescue 8 people trapped in a twisted serial killer's house of horrors. Released October 28th, 2005, it's the U.S.-Canadian horror film Saw 2, directed by TFW past and future guest Darren Lynn Bousman.
Welcome to the Darren Lynn Bozeman Show.
So
Let's start with Saw 2.
So before we, say too much about this movie, I'm not personally I'm not a fan of this movie. The first Saw movie was great, loved it. After that, I lost interest in Saw 2. Having said that, I know there's a lot of fans of the Saw series. So I'm not going to talk a lot about this movie because it just wasn't my bag. But Charles, you raised your hand. You're a big fan.
I actually like Saw 2. I'll tell you, I kind of dropped off the Saw train too. I didn't see the last couple that came out. Like one, maybe the last one that came out. I really like Saw 2. Saw 3 I did not like. I started losing interest, but I think Saw 2 is actually a really, really good thriller. And I think it borderlines being a thriller almost more than a horror movie. Like the first one feels more like a horror movie to me. This one feels like a real well made psychological thriller, but I think it's a pretty intelligent film. I think Shawnee Smith is really, really great in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
And she was actually pregnant while they were filming this. She didn't tell anybody, which is really funny. But I don't know. I like this one. I felt like it was really, really well written. I felt the story had a lot to it. There was a lot of layers to it that, you didn't really see a lot till the end. And, I did. I liked it. And, of course they were going to make a sequel to Saw. I mean, look at the first one, how much we made. And
big money.
Yeah. I mean, we talked about why the original director didn't come back. That was a different story, but, Darren would go on to do Saw 2, Saw 3, Saw 4. I think he did a bunch of them, didn't he?
Yes. Well, I think he did up to 4. I don't know. I really don't know. But I do know that this movie was huge. And it seems like they kept getting bigger and bigger every time.
And I'll tell you, the needle trap in this one, just to this day, makes me like, oh,
Yeah.
the needle trap.
I think that's where I turned the movie off.
It's very disturbing. It's very disturbing. That needle. That it's disgusting and it's horrible.
It is. It really is horrible. And I think that's what turned me off to it. Just like Chainsaw 2. When did that come out? Texas Chainsaw 2. I can't remember, but it just felt like a lot of the stuff was thrown in there just to, just for the pure shock value of it all. And that's what bothered me about that movie and some of the Saw 2 stuff. But whatever. I mean, that's just my opinion.
That's just your opinion, Lloyd.
That's my opinion, baby.
That's your opinion. I don't know. I like this. I feel like Tobin Bell is really great. Like, this is some of his more noteworthy acting. Tobin Bell. He's always been a good actor, but I feel like he's so good that he plays that character so calm.
Yeah.
And like so calculated. Like, you feel like this is the character that he is that character. It's so well done. And this was kind of the high point of Saw 2. Saw 2 was like the high point. It made the most money. It was right on the edge of popularity of it. When Saw 3 came out, it was just kind of kept nosediving a little bit. But it was making enough for them to make 39 sequels. I'm pretty sure it'll be in space soon. But
well, no, the next one coming up is the Chris Rock produced and starred Saw. What is it? Spiral?
Saw Spiral in space. Yeah, and Saw Spiral is actually directed by Darren the Bozeman too.
That is right. That is correct.
He's directing that one. And Chris Rock even said that was going to be more like a psychological crime film. Didn't he say? Like, supposed to be something interesting. So I'm interested in seeing it.
It looks good to me. I'll check it out.
That's going to be the 9th installment. The next one is in this Saw series. That's crazy. I feel like Saw went overboard. It's turning into Hellraiser. It's just like Hellraiser. What's a scary word we can think of? Boo. All right, Hellraiser. Boo. All right, let's go.
I don't know if it ever dipped to the depths of the Hellraiser movies.
It did, guys. I'm not saying it did. That's got its own special place.
It's got its own special place.
It's got its own special place right below the edge of sanity is where Hellraiser went.
That's right.
It's like, what's going on?
So Saw 2, there's a bunch of DVDs and Blu-rays out there. There's even like a full set that you can buy.
There's 1,000 of them.
The current ones, right?
Yeah, there's like 1,000,000 set of them.
Or you can watch it on HBO. It's streaming there, right? And $3.99 rental on Apple TV and Amazon.
Apple TV and Amazon. I've recently went back, guys, and I've been rewatching the Saw series. I made it to 2 again, and I couldn't move on. I tried.
Why?
I don't know. I was scared what's ahead of me.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to watch them, though. But I did like Saw 2. Now, is it as good as the first Saw? No. But I feel like, in my opinion, that it is a lot of the same tension that you felt in the first Saw. There's a lot of those same things going on. And I really like the way they shot this because they filmed everything in one set. It was all one building. They recreated every set you see in that movie, which is cool. And they actually had to recreate the whole what's the bathroom, whatever it is, the end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They had to recreate that completely where they filmed this because the first one was filmed in LA and this was filmed somewhere else. I think it was filmed in Canada. Everybody moved to Toronto at this point where they were filming. So
movie magic.
Yeah.
Right, Charles?
I can't remember. There's the first Saw was filmed in a studio somewhere, and if you go, it looks nothing like it did in the movie. It looks like a room, but you can do a studio tour, and they'll take you where they filmed Saw. There's a basketball court there, so it doesn't look like anything. So
gotcha.
Go ahead.
Well,
all right, guys.
That was the last movie on our list for 2005, except for
the last one. Oh, we're gonna talk about The Fog again, guys. All right.
Yeah, we're going back to The Fog.
All right, guys, and also today I'm going to give away a copy of The Slumber Party Massacre.
Ooh,
from Scream.
Nice.
From Scream Factory. Close your eyes for a second and sleep forever.
Slumber Party Massacre. I'd rather watch that.
Yo, girl.
Than The Fog.
I see. He's pointing at her with his big drill, like, yo, girl. I see your titties with my drill. She's like, no, Not your big drill. He's like, yeah, girl, the biggest drill.
Charles is falling all the way off the ledge today, guys.
The Fog, 2005. The Fog.
Let's watch our honorable mentions, Charles. How about that?
No, let's watch The Fog.
All right, here we go.
All right, trust me.
Honorable mentions.
How honorable could they be?
They're out there. You gotta be careful.
House of Wax. You know what? I actually like that movie. I thought it was fun. It was stupid.
I thought it was a fun remake to the original House of Wax.
It's got Paris Hilton in it.
Except for Paris Hilton in it for some god-awful reason. Daddy, I want to be in a movie. What kind of movie do you want to be in, girl? A spooky movie. Okay.
I guess I need to go back and watch this because I don't remember liking it, but I heard they're going to make a sequel.
Of course, it's going to be John Wick. That's Constantine. You have to. Oh, Lord. There's not very many good honorable mentions in 2005. We'll throw it out there.
The Batman versus Dracula.
Hey, this is a good movie. I'm careful to say. Batman versus Dracula. This should be a live-action movie. It really should.
Don't we have Morbius coming up?
Screw Morbius. No, I want to see Batman versus Udo Kier. You watch out, Batman. I'm famous Hollywood actor Udo Kier. I'm Batman. I get you. There we go.
Oh. Okay.
Robert Englund is so great in this movie. I freaking love Robert Englund in this. He's 100% amazing. He's just...
You're right. Honorable mentions were slim pickings, man.
They were slim, man. I'm telling you, there wasn't much. Wasn't much out there. But we did what we got.
So what do you think
Tokyo Zombie.
overall 2005 on a scale of 1 to 10? How do you rate this year, everybody? Let us know. Put it in your comments down below. Tell us what you think of 2005, the year in horror. What was your favorite movie? What was your least favorite in the whole year? All right, guys. So you want to give away that Blu-ray, Charles?
We're going to give away a Blu-ray copy of The Slumber Party.
Slumber Party Massacre. Great little slasher flick.
It is.
Charles,
it's so much fun.
Do you have a question to give this away with? No question?
No, I don't. I probably should have thought of one. Okay.
I can come up with something.
Throw it in there. What do you got?
Blah, 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 blah. I'm going to try to make this Slumber Party Massacre related.
Your Slumber Party Massacre.
Let's see. Let me look. I'm looking for a good question, y'all.
So, and while we're doing that, I want to remind everybody that we're going to be back on. We're back now, guys. We got a shit ton of shows coming up. So
yes, we do.
Get ready to party. So we're going to be back Saturday. So Saturday, we're going to do a screening of Invasion of the Body Snatchers. John Kolchak. He's going to come on with us. We're going to do Invasion of the Body Snatchers, which I haven't actually watched the original one in a long time.
I haven't.
So it might be fun to watch it. Yeah. That's going to be the oldest Frightmare Saturday cinema, whatever movie we've done. We haven't done one older than that. So
you think so? That's the oldest one?
I think that's the oldest one. We haven't done anything before. 55, 56?
What year in 70? Oh, this is the original. Oh, yeah.
The original.
Definitely, yeah.
The old one. We're going old school, guys. So everybody dress up.
Back.
Dress up in your poodle skirts because we're going to get 1950s fun.
That's right.
Oh, yeah. And then I think we'll be on Saturday afternoon at some point. We'll be here Saturday.
Okay, so I'm going to ask a question here. And this movie was directed by a female, which is kind of cool to see a slasher flick directed by a female. Tell us who the director of Slumber Party Massacre was to win the Blu-ray of Slumber Party Massacre. First one, First person to comment on either Twitch or YouTube wins with the name of the director of Slumber Party Massacre.
She's a really cool director. She did some
Very
other
cool.
stuff too.
Hey, we got a winner. Eduardo Gonzalez, sorry.
Eduardo.
Holden Jones. Eduardo, you win the Blu-ray. Congratulations, Eduardo. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Of Slumber Party Massacre.
That is correct. Good job.
All right. So we're going to be back. And Sunday, we've got like 3 straight weeks of Patreon shows coming up, guys.
Yes,
So get
we
excited.
do. We're going to be
We're doing
busy.
tearing it up. We're tearing it up. So every Sunday, the next 3 Sundays, we're going to do a Patreon show at 8 p.m. 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're doing a Patreon show this Sunday. We're doing it on Hershgord Lewis. Why? Because he's amazing. Following
And-
week, we're doing it on
And because
Giallo.
our Patreon folks voted for that.
Yes, they did. We gave them a list. They checked it twice. And they said who they wanted to be naughty. And they said Hershgord Lewis is the most naughtiest man of the bunch.
That is
And
right.
we're like, all right, we're going to talk about him and his career, his directorial path in his movies, which there's like 1,000 movies he made. So just strap yourselves in. We got 2 hours. So
Yes.
then we're going to do what? We're going to do a Giallo show, right, Lloyd?
Yes. Giallo.
Or Jello. Or Jello. We're going to do a Jello show about orange Jello, right?
We're going to talk about Giallo movies and the subgenre Giallo in general on our Patreon show.
While I eat Jello.
Have we chosen the next one, or are we just, or is that as far as we are on that?
No, we have, because we're going to do one the following week. And it's going to be on, I can't remember. There's a second person they chose. I think it was Takeshi Maiki. I think it was that one.
Oh, okay. That'll be
Maybe the
fun.
next one. So I think we're going to do that one as the third one. So that'll be the next 3 weeks.
Yeah, 3 Sundays in a row, only on Patreon. You have to be a $7 or a $9 level subscriber to access those shows. Come and join us. We have a lot of fun on Patreon, and we're gonna be doing a lot more with Patreon, as evidenced with the next 3 shows being Patreon shows, or having 3 Patreon shows in a row. So. We're going to do this as much as we can on Patreon. I hope you guys will join us because it's a lot of fun, and it really does help us pay the bills. Right, Charles?
Oh, it does. It does. It helps us keep going and doing this. And so Sunday Patreon show. Remember, on the Sunday Patreon show, if you are a $9 Patreon person, you can win our monthly Patreon mystery box of goodies that contain dirty socks from Lloyd and me.
That's right.
As well as 1 pair of panties that have been worn by both of us. So,
Whoa, I don't know about that.
oh, you do. Also, as well, on the Sunday show, I'm going to give away the Japanese program. Oh, yeah, of the Funhouse.
Oh,
that I
that'd
have.
be cool. And that's an original Japanese.
Yeah, it's an original one from 1981. Original Japanese program from 1981. And then 2 weeks after that, though, we're going to do another Patreon show. That's going to be our March show. And we'll do another Patreon mystery box giveaway then. And I'm going to do another fun mystery giveaway for that
That's
one.
right. So do we keep those boxes a mystery, or do we tell people what's in them before, or do they just
Nope.
wait until they get them?
They just wait till they get it.
So we got to let people know the kind of cool stuff that comes in those boxes.
There's movies. So I curate a nice, fun selection of films for you.
Yeah.
Good films. So this box is actually a lot more than the $9 is.
Yes.
And I put other fun stuff in there. Whatever I run across that seems fun, I get for you guys. So I put like Funkos in there. That kind of stuff, like pins. There's been pins, buttons, fun stuff like. Besides the Blu-rays, we've done like cars, like movie cars. We've seen like the chainsaw ones. We've done all those.
Yeah.
Lots of cool Funkos we've done though. We've ran through a lot of cool Funkos doing this.
Sweet.
We've included Frightmare stuff. Like the last couple of ones had Frightmare coffee mugs in there, Frightmare HQ coffee mugs that had our logos on it. Those are really fun. Lots of fun stuff. I put a lot of stuff in those.
So everybody on our Patreon's eligible to win that box, that big box. So stay tuned on that. Follow us on our Patreon. And I think that's kind of it for tonight. I do know that we're still trying to figure out if we're going to do a guest Saturday at 2 p.m. or not. Otherwise, we may just come on and just talk about something else because I'm not sure at this point.
We can talk about 2005's The Fog remake in more detail.
Yeah.
In much more detail. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't know about that. I think we're going to pass.
We can review this movie. I have a VHS copy of The Greatest Adventure, David and Goliath. How about we watch this? We talk about it. All right? This is what we're going to watch, guys. Here it is, Lloyd. David and Goliath on VHS. This is what we're going to watch, guys. No, but anything, we'll come on and we'll do something. But, look out for us. There's a lot of shows coming, guys. You know, we've got 3 weeks of Patreon, and we've got next Wednesday, we'll be back with 2006, which we're getting to the end of the 2000s. It's going to start getting bad, guys. Let me just say that. All right? It's going to start getting real bad. But we're going to roll through this.
All right, guys. Anything else you want to discuss, Charles?
Let's see. Eduardo told me to send Slumber Party Massacre to Kolchak for his birthday. Okay. I can send it wherever you want. I don't care. I was like, I can send it to anybody.
There you go.
I could just pull an address out of the phone book and be like, Slumber Party Massacre. Boo. For you.
So I think we're going to go ahead and wrap up for tonight. What do you think, Charles? Are we done here?
I'm done, Lloyd. I quit.
All right, guys. Well, make sure you tune in. Coming up this Saturday, whatever we do, we're going to do something. We're going to have a screening that night. We may have something at 2 p.m. We're not 100% sure yet, but we will let y'all know.
Yeah. Let them know.
All right.
Let them know.
All right, guys. I think that's going to be it. I want to say thank you to everybody that joined us tonight.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Had a good time. Thanks for sharing your time with us. And that's it. My name's Lloyd Cryer. Peace out, Charles.
What's up, Lloyd? I love you. Let's go watch The Fog together.
Okay, let's do it. All right, guys. Take care, everybody, and y'all have a good evening.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.